Now we are going to see how we multiply and divide decimals. It's always easier to convert decimals into fractions, and then we multiply, and then multiply or divide, and then multiply or divide. This is and then multiply as or divide. So we saw how we convert decimals to fractions in our previous lessons. So now we are going to handle this, then we shall see the last part after. So remember, we saw how we convert this and this to fractions. So we say you get 0.3 over 1. Multiply is that we have on the one decimal place, multiply up and down. Remember here we multiply with the now, 0.1 over 1 times 10, also this time was 10. So this will give us 3 over 10, then times this will give us 4 over 10. And then multiply here, you see 3 times 4, we get 12, 10 times 10, we get 100. Can you divide by 2? Which number divides these two? Instead we have 4. 4 divides up there, we get 3, and then 4 divides this, we get 25. And then that is going to be your answer. So you do this process also here. So this will be now 15 over 100. Now I'm skipping that step. Then times, this will be 4 over 100 as we saw. So now this times this, we shall get 4 times that, we shall get 60 over this times this, we shall get 10,000. Then you see, this one is vanishing. By 2 up, we have 3. Then by 2 down, we have 500, which you can easily compute. If you want to just press your calculator, which is going to be 0.006. Okay, 0.006. That would be the answer. Okay, now if you want to, you can also press this onto a calculator. Now, that has been multiplication. Let us see how we divide. So it's always easier to write this as 0.6 divided by 0, this is 0.06. You have to be careful with the decimal. 0.06 divided by 0.72. So this one we have seen how we convert it. So this will be 6 over 2 decimal places. Then divide by, this is 72 over 1, 2. There are 2 decimal places there. That's how we convert. That's what we did here. 1, 2. That's why we are dividing with 100. Okay, so we say if we are dividing, what happens? We get a reciprocal. This will be the same as 6 over 100, then times 100 over 72. These 2 zeros, they go. This one, this. You just get 72 into 6. So we get 12. This is 12. And so our answer is going to be 1 over 12. Then you can as simple as that. The same idea here. We have 0.15 divided by 0.45. Are we there? How do you convert this to a fraction? You see how many decimal places? 2. So meaning I won't be having 15 over 100 because it has. Then divide by, this is 45, divide by 1, 2. Still we have 100 there. So this will be 15 over 100. Then we said if you are dividing, you get a reciprocal. 100 over 45. This one vanishes by this one, by this 3. So our answer will be now 5. Is 1 times 1, because we already have 1. Then 3 times 1, we every get to that. Can you simplify this also? Okay, this is the same as 0.12 divided by 0.3. What are you going to do? Convert to fraction. How many decimal points there? How many decimal places? 2. So divide with. So this is going to be 12 over 100 divided by, this one is having 1 decimal place. That means we divide with 10. Then after we get the reciprocal, this will be 12 over 10, then times 10 over 3. So if we say this one goes down, then this one comes up. Then you see this one is going to go. So by 3, 1, by 3, 4. So meaning up we have 4 times 1, which is 4. Then 10 times 1, then with 10, which you can empty by 2, 2 by 2, 5, which you can empty give to 0.4. As you can check this. And then we are done. So the idea here is whenever you are multiplying decimals, try to convert them to fractions. Because they are telling you, you don't use a calculator when you cannot press this on the calculator and you get the answer. You'll be adding 0 out of 0. Because they are restricted without using calculators. So meaning you have to go through that process. So that's it. Now from here, we are going to see what we call terminating and recurring decimals. I think you saw some in primary, and now here we are going to see them in details. So fractions like half, 1 over 5, have definite means no number of decimal places. Hence they terminate. So that's what we call, and those are what we call terminating decimals. Then fractions like 1 over 3, 1 over 6. When converted to decimals, they don't terminate, hence are called recurring decimals. Everyone get a calculator. Get a calculator, and then you press for me 1 over 3. When you press 1 over 3, what do you get? 1 over 3. 0 point. Is that figure ending? It's not ending because the calculator is showing that there are other coming. Then what about this? You try and press that and see. Is it terminating? No. So you see? So that's why you call them recurring. Now recurring, it means that there's something repeating. There's a repeated figure or repeated figures. They can be 2, they can be 3, it can be 1. So as long as there is something repeating after the other, then that's what we call recurring. Those are all we identify them as recurring decimals. But now there are some numbers when there's nothing common. So those ones we just say they are non-terminating. So can we group ourselves into 8 groups of 8? Then identify for me whether these fractions are recurring or terminating or non-terminating. So I'm giving you 6 minutes to do that. Timekeeper, you time each group with the secretary name. I'm giving you 6 minutes. Okay, can you start? Get those markers. Okay, I think our time is done. No, let me use these ones. So we have, I'm choosing group 10 and group 4 because they are having something that I'm interested in. The rest they are also okay, but I'm going to use these ones. So the rest can we exchange? You exchange. You give the group name by give. So this one, I have group 10. Group 10, this is how they are showing us their work. So this is what they are presenting. So this is what they are having from that. So they are saying the first one is terminating. So they are calling this terminating. Why is it terminating? Is there anyone who is saying it's not terminating? And you give us a reason why. Why do you think it's not terminating? It's terminating. Oh, Okay, why do you think it's terminating? Because it has definite number of defined. You see that it has only one decimal place. It has nothing else. So that's why we call it terminating. Okay, then we go to number 2. Let us go to number 2. Number 2, we have 2/3. 2/3, they are having that they are putting 3 dots after. That means that this one is recurring. It's that something is repeating. 6, 6, 6, 6, so 6 is repeating. Then on 3, they have this. So here they are not putting recurring. Why do you think they are not putting recurring? Here this one is also not ending. Why do you think they are not putting recurring? Because there is no similar figure repeating. Okay, so if you say there's nothing repeating, then you call those ones non-terminating. Then for the same is terminate, and then this one is recurring. Now I want you to look at this, and then you look at group 4, and then you tell me the difference. All of them are right, but I want you to tell me the difference on how they are presenting. So look at this one, look at the 2, and you tell me what's the difference in their answers. Now, the difference is, look at the group 4 members. For them here, they use the bar. So this bar, they are showing that this 6 is repeating. So that's why they are saying, whenever you say bar, that means that that is a recurring decimal. Because now the way there is a bar means that this one is repeating. Though that bar was supposed to, even if you put at only 0.6 and then you put a bar there. Then the same, then here the same. Then when they came to this, they have this as 0.22. Then they put 2 small dots, as you can able see. So that means that this one is also recurring. So here in group, from group 4, you are seeing that for them, they can identify recurring numbers or repeating numbers by putting their dots or putting bar at the top of those recurring numbers. So that's what we're learning. So this one is 0.6 terminates. This one is 0.666 recurring. This one is 0.14285. This one is not recurring because there's nothing repeating, but it's non-terminating. We just say non-terminating. So this one is 0.35. It's what? Terminating. Terminate. I think we have watched the book called terminators. So 0.2 you put there, a bar. This will show that it's what? It's recurring. So that's the difference there. So that's it. I wish you well. You can give the papers back, each group.